guys, and welcome back to another video. So first off, I wanted to say this video was made possible by EA Game Changers, and also thank you to EA for providing travel to this event. So before we get started into the whole gameplay portion of the video, I wanted to go ahead and talk about the world. So we're getting a new world with this expansion pack, Del Sol Valley, and definitely the first impression that we all get is that it's quite small. And you can definitely tell how much smaller it is, not just by the lots, but just even looking at the right side portion of the map, it is so empty. So we get a total of 11 lots in this world, which isn't that much. Now, if you're comparing it to Windenburg, which is what a lot of simmers are comparing it to, it's definitely a huge difference. Now, I want to go ahead and talk about the districts that we have first, and then I'll dive into more of my thoughts on this whole world. So first off, we have Mirage Park, which says, reasonably priced homes and so close to downtown, Mirage Park is the perfect place for an up-and-coming star to start their rise to fame. Now, this neighborhood, this I think I'm the most disappointed in based off of the loss that we get. Now the surrounding area when you're in tab mode looks absolutely beautiful, and I'm so disappointed that that's not what the houses that we get look like as far as starter homes, which I'll also get into more as we progress. And then moving on to the Pinnacles, this is the high-end area, which says, fit for the rich and famous, the Pinnacles boast the most expensive homes in all of Del Sol Valley. If you want to live here, you need to make it big. And then last but not least, we have Starlight Boulevard. When it comes to nightlife, Starlight Boulevard cannot be beat, where only the most famous Sims have access to the most exclusive nightclubs in town. It is where the who's who of the industry come to show off. So now time to kind of dive into my thoughts. So right now we're kind of hanging out in the Pinnacles area, and looking at the view from here just totally reminds me of GTA 5. Now, I have been playing a lot of GTA in the past month or two, and that's the first thing I thought of when I saw this. I was like, oh my god, this literally is like GTA. And it even is more like it, even when we go into the other districts, which we'll talk about once we head into Mirage Park. It is probably, like, it's such a beautiful world. But again, the more disappointing part of it is the fact that it's not as large and we don't get as many lots as would be nice, especially for a world like this. When I think of famous, I think big, I think, you know, more, because like if this is supposed to be kind of representative of, you know, Los Angeles, that type of area, Hollywood Hills, I think that it would have been nicer to get more lots, especially like even in the Pinnacles area. We get 3 lots here, and I feel as though even like just having 5 maybe in each, just, you know, a little bit more, or even more than just 5, but I think it just would be nice to have a bigger surrounding area of houses, especially in such like a top high-end area. Now, the one thing that I definitely was disappointed about, I was expecting to have high-rise towers, apartments that you could actually access. I know that we have city living, but I feel as though it would really fit this world a lot. So I was pretty disappointed in seeing that, because when I think of, you know, fame, you know, Sims 3 pack, late night, even though I didn't play that much with late night, it's, you know, you have your apartments, and I thought that that would be a really nice addition, but sadly we did not get that. Now here we have Mirage Park. So Mirage Park, this is just definitely reminds me, this, when I saw this I was like, GTA right away. I mean, that's all I was thinking this entire time. It's just so reminiscent of it. I mean, I don't know, and the fact that we see so many cars on the streets, we thought that maybe we're getting a chance of cars. I mean, that doesn't mean that we're not getting cars in the future, but there's just so many cars everywhere. Like, you have to get the gas station, and, well, not that you can actually use the gas station, but you have that gas station there, and we have the limos out front of some of the buildings in Starlight Boulevard. So it's really cool to see more cars incorporated into the game, even though they're not, you know, useful. It's just nice to see them being filled up and like just chilling like in front of buildings or houses, which I think is nice. So I definitely feel like this area looks really great, and it looks way better than the starter homes that we received for this area in general, which I don't understand, because like they could have just remade some of these houses. I don't know, maybe I'll rebuild them in the game at some point or something, because I absolutely love the structures of them. But I mean, I can't really do much right now, so hopefully in the future. But yeah, so again, disappointed in not having apartments or any sort of high-rise buildings that we could access. Just, like, come on. I just needed that. I needed that so much. But now moving on to kind of the gameplay and the stuff that I kind of was experimenting throughout the game. So obviously I talked about in my build and buy video about these pods, or bed pods, whatever they're called. some sort of new miraculous sleeping compartment gadget thing. I don't know. But this is really cool. It's definitely different. Again, reminiscent of Into the Future. That's really all I'm thinking when I see these, because, I mean, I would have never thought that they would be added in here, but they are. So then again, I talked about the drone, which I thought was such a cool addition. It's definitely a very interesting addition, which I think it definitely fits, because especially now that we have like the whole, I guess, YouTuber career that you can have in this game, I feel as though, you know, drones, not that that people who do YouTube only use drones, but, you know, just drones in general are pretty cool. So this guy, you can just like follow around. You can set it up to do different things. I didn't actually have the menu. I don't know, like the pie chart of what you could possibly do with it, but you can follow it around. It can go around the neighborhood. And then I spotted a celebrity because, well, there's celebrities around here. And so we went ahead and went up to him and got our selfie, got our autograph, which I think is really cool that you can go up to them and just get their autograph, or, you know, they're never like denying you. Well, at least haven't experienced that whilst playing. I mean, I'm sure if you probably got a bad vibe between each other, then maybe they'll start rejecting you, but for the most part, they're pretty nice, and they definitely accept your hugs. And what I thought was cool was that the picture that they actually sign goes into your inventory, and then later on you can go ahead and place them on your wall and just have them there as decoration. Now, I also wanted to point out that it's pretty easy to spot out celebrities because they do have that aura around them, which I thought was nice because it definitely separates, you know, a celebrity from a normal sim. Now, if that really bothers you, you have the option to go ahead and turn it off, and even when your sim becomes famous, you can turn those particles or that aura off, which is awesome. Now, once our drone finished recording everything, you have the option to name the video file and give the video a description. So this is where I thought that I went and watched the video back of what the drone recorded, but I didn't. I ended up clicking on the drone, and we have the travel video. We had to buy the more views video station, which then I got too caught up in that, and that's where everything went downhill, because this is where I found out this is where you can become basically a YouTuber, which is so awesome. So you get the option to record videos, study trends, post updates, buy add-on components, which I show you guys how to fully upgrade this setup later on. But you get the option to record fashion tips, cheerful vlogs, beauty tips, product reviews. It's so cool that you have this whole thing now that you can do, and this is also really awesome because now with the Get Famous pack, you can be a celebrity influencer, which is super exciting, so I can't wait to try this out. But yeah, so once you have your sim record their video, it takes a little bit for them to record it, just like it would, you know, in real life to record. It's really cool that you actually see them doing stuff. I haven't tried the vlogging one, but I'm sure it's just probably just like a sit-down vlog. But again, you can go ahead and name your video and give it a description. But now I'm looking at the upgrades, so you can upgrade your camera and your lighting, so you can have like top-notch camera and lighting, which is so awesome, and you can be a top quality YouTuber, which I love. So we also got 3 new lot traits. So we have Celebrity Home. This residence is listed on the Celebrity Home tours, granting increased fame gain, restricted access, and awe amongst welcomed visitors. Beware though, those who live here but aren't actually very famous will be considered posers. Then we have up and coming Hotspot. At least your Sims can say they went here before it was cool. Also cheap drinks and eats for the super famous. Even better, meet a celebrity events can only happen on lounges with this trait. Then we have Hottest Spot in Town, a place for the superstars, the VIPs, those who've achieved victory over the commonplace. After all, who else could afford these hyper-inflated lot prices? Not you, no. But at least the Starlight accolades can only happen on lounges with this trait. So definitely the one thing that I was kind of confused about when I first started is how to gain fame. So I kind of tried to look around, and definitely the one thing that I noticed is that you can actually sing to become more famous. Now, there isn't, again, a singing career, unfortunately, but I'm wondering if there's any possible way that you could make yourself, you know, a singer. I don't think there really is, but it'd be really awesome if that was kind of a career that was added in the future, because I think it'd be so fun. Now that we have the Hollywood Walk of Fame, which I thought was really cool, or it's not really the Hollywood Walk of Fame, it's like the Sims version, but we're here at this place. I don't remember what this is called because it's been a while, but as you can see, you can clearly get into fights with the bouncers, which I thought was really interesting. So I guess you have to be granted access inside, but if you really want to fight your way in, I guess you could try. So during the dev presentation at Sims Camp, we were notified about the fact that there is a new but not so new character in the Get Famous expansion pack. So we have Dirk Dreamer from The Sims 2 here, which I thought was so cool, having another character being brought back from The Sims 2, because Sims 2 is just where it's at. So then also, the more rich, the more famous you get, you can actually go ahead and make it rain if you really want to. You could also make it poor, but that's 10,000 simoleons, so I don't know how often, you know, you want to go ahead and do that, but I thought it was a really cool addition. This just reminds me of the Fortnite emote that there is, and I was just like, okay. Then we have the, you know, road to fame. So Sims now have the ability to become celebrities. There are many different ways to become a celebrity as your Sims progress their skills and careers. More paths and stardom will become available. Some great ways to become famous include pursuing career in acting, raising the media production skill via video station, music station objects. Look at the interactions labeled with plus star and fame, and that will contribute to becoming a bigger celebrity. So with fame, you have your public image, your reputation, and then what level of fame you are. So if you guys really want to read into all of this, you know, this whole perks page, there's a lot of reading, and I would go into all of it, but that's just gonna be like 20 minutes of just me talking, and I mean, this is already almost 20 minutes, so if you guys really want to look into everything, I went ahead and highlighted over every single aspect of this perk chart. So this is very reminiscent of the Vampires game pack, which I absolutely love, and I think this perk system is really awesome, and there's so many great perks in here. So again, as you are getting more famous, you get more fame points, and then you can unlock different aspects in this perk chart place. And not only that, you do get earned quirks. So later down the line, you know, I'm not exactly sure what all the quirks are, but you do have the ability to unlock 4 different ones. And then also alongside that, you have, of course, your reputation. So I also accidentally clicked on the calendar, and I noticed that there was 2 events. So there was the talent showcase and then the Starlight accolades. So I'm wondering if there's more other hidden events that might pop up here and there. And I really do like the fact that they incorporated more stuff into the calendar with the Get Famous pack. I wanted to show this off because I discovered that there is a celebrity walk. So once you become famous, you can go ahead and click on your sim and have them do this walk, this celebrity walk, which is kind of like gives me a very snooty vibe. It might just be the Sim's face that's causing it to be that way, but they're strutting their stuff for sure. So then I went ahead and took it upon myself to go ahead and cheat my sim into a 5-star celebrity. Now I really wanted to go ahead and experience what they had to offer. So one thing you can definitely do is if you click on your sim, you can have them pose for you. So if you know you have paparazzi, you know, snapping photos of you, you can go ahead and just, you know, pose for them and have them, you know, do some glam shots or whatever. But again, I'm going through all the 5 stars of being a celebrity. So if you guys really want to go ahead and read into that, you guys can also go ahead and pause. I would go and read it through, but you know, it'll just be a lot longer if I do that. But the highest tier is Global Superstar, so you know, they're the top of the top. So then you get prompted with this, and it says to enter your description to honor your star's legacy. So I just wrote my sim's name and then a description, which I don't remember what I wrote, but with that being said, you can now head over to Starlight Boulevard, and you can go ahead and place your very own tile on the, I don't know if there's a name for it, but I'm going to call it the Sim Walk of Fame because that's what it's going to be. But you can go over there and do that. Now, we're headed over to another venue because I really wanted to see if, you know, she's going to have any fans running up to her or whatever the case may be. But singing also, again, helps your fame. So this is also a good addition. Now, we have some paparazzi here taking photos of us, which, you know, no surprise there because we're just that famous. But just like in real life, in The Sims, you can also have a proper ceremony for the placement of your star or your tile, which I think is really awesome, so you can have your fans come and hang out and watch as they place it. So now back to the venue. We're here with our big fan, Moira, and we ended up going ahead and taking a selfie with her, but this girl was just freaking out. She was so excited. Me when I meet my favorite celebrity. And so with that, she ended up passing out. So that is like a common thing that happens, you know, it's normal. You know, you're famous, you just got a lot of fans, and they just can't handle, you know, seeing you, and they just faint. So it happens. It happens to the best of them. And then I have a quick glimpse of baby Ariel in game, who is the face of the Get Famous expansion pack. So another cool thing is that Sims can follow your trends, so things that you wear, they'll also wear it. And then another thing is that you can have a disguise. So if you really want to go out in public, they just, you know, slap on a hat and sunglasses, and you're good to go in your disguise, which I really like. Now, I didn't think that paparazzi could actually follow you home. I don't know if it was coincidental that she was here, but I feel like it's not. So I was not having, you know, this. I was not having her being here, stalking my life, trying to get her, you know, snapshots. So I ended up going and fighting this girl because, girl, we didn't want that. So I fought her until she ended up disappearing out of existence, out of my life. I didn't want her there, so she was gone. Now onto my next favorite thing in this pack is the Vault Woohoo. So if you guys didn't know this, you have a new woohoo coming for you. I'm so excited when I saw this. Like, the fact that we can woohoo in money, like, oh honey. Like, this is a pure indication of you being rich, like filthy rich. That fact that you can just go in and just woohoo in your money, like, sis, girl, like, okay, like, imagine that. That's crazy. But you can also go ahead and like play with the money. You can shower with the money. I have a few clips of that when I first got my hands on this, when I was doing the build buy stuff. So it's really cool that you have like a whole new thing that you can interact with. I just, you know, a new woohoo. Who isn't happy? Am I right? My Sims are happy. I'm happy. And not only that, it's with money. Money makes my Sims happy. Money makes me happy. Money makes everybody happy. The world happy. Well, I guess to an extent, right? So, other than that, that is pretty much all I have for my gameplay video. I can't wait to dive in and do a Let's Play on this series, so definitely expect a Let's Play once I get my hands on this. So, thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this and my 2 other videos on the Get Famous pack, and I hope to see you guys in a new video very soon. Bye, guys.